It's been a pretty quiet transfer window so far this summer, but could the Russell Martin era at Rangers be about to see its first official signing through the door? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. And it looks like Max Aarons has agreed to join Rangers. He's in Glasgow. He's completed his medical, according to Sky Sports, and this deal is set to be made official.
The question is he the best right back in Scotland? No, he's second for me, behind James Henry Tavernier. Get it right round every single one of you. That's what everyone wants to hear. That's what everyone comment under my video when I talk about Max Aarons. But I tell you what, right, for me, loan, no option to buy. They tend to turn to be alright for Rangers, don't they? Tillman, Tierney, what do you call him? Abdullah Sima, right? They were all good. What was in common? No option to buy. Tillman had some weird one in there where we ended up making $1 million from his sale from Bayern to PSV. But if you actually look at the ones that have had obligations to buy at Rangers, they're all shite. Cortez, Barami, the list goes on. Look at the state of them. This could actually be a blessing in disguise. As much as I would rather have the option to buy for something to be good, the record shows in the last couple of seasons that everyone that we've brought in with no option to buy have hit the ground running. But the key thing for me is, I joked about Tavernier. Tavernier needs out the door. I'm seeing pictures of this guy smiling in pre-season training yesterday in the day. Doesn't sit right with me that he just gets to sit there like the Grim Reaper and claim another soul. He's going to claim Russell Martin, and Russell Martin's just sitting there accepting it. He needs to put Max Aarons in the door. He needs to put him at right back, because James Tavernier's done.
Well, James Tavernier might be done, he might not be done, but this is almost a done deal. Max Aarons currently in Glasgow. He's passed his medical, and I guess all he needs to do now is put pen to paper and officially become a Rangers player. Will that happen tonight? Will it be over the next couple of days? We do not know, but Sky Sports, they are saying that it is pretty close to being official, so I wouldn't expect this move to fall apart now. I do believe that Max Aarons will be a Rangers player. Like you said, it is on loan. The loan signings that Rangers have made over the last few years tend to be pretty good when there is no option to buy, or if they're not eligible to buy. However, whenever Rangers do make a signing that results in them having to pay money after the initial loan deal, those players tend to be shite. The only problem is, if Rangers don't have the loan to buy option, and Max Aarons has a really successful campaign at Rangers, the likelihood is they won't be able to afford his permanent transfer fee. So it's a double-edged sword, you know. What ideally you would like to get the loan to buy option in there, and for the player to actually be good. Because if you don't have the loan to buy option in there, and then the player's good, it's unlikely you're going to get him.
No, I understand that, but at the same time, there's probably a reason why Tillman, Tierney, Sima, and now Aarons don't have an option to buy an obligation, because maybe Rangers just don't want to pay it or can't afford it.
Or maybe these players don't see their future at Rangers.
It could be that.
Maybe they think they're a level above Rangers.
This is a guy that's played in La Liga. His best game last year came against Real Madrid. That's factual. He pocketed Vinicius Junior. He's got loads of Premier League experience, and a lot of experience when he was at Norwich as well. So, aye.
Alright, well, you got there eventually, but let's see what Sky Sports are saying tonight on their official website. So, the latest from the following reporters, Sahil Jaika and Mark McAdam, says the following, quote, Max Aarons is currently in Glasgow finishing his loan move from Bournemouth to Rangers. The defender has completed a medical and is going through the final stages of the paperwork ahead of completing his move to Ibrox. It is understood there is no obligation to buy included in the deal for the 25-year-old. Aarons played 4 times for Bournemouth last season before going on loan to Valencia in January, making 5 appearances for the La Liga side. The right-back is set to become Rangers' second signing of the summer, after midfielder Lyle Cameron joined following his departure from Dundee. An announcement is expected within the coming days. End of quote. So yeah, technically this would not be Rangers' first signing, but for me it feels like the first signing because the Lyle Cameron thing's been done and dusted
Russell
since January.
Martin's first signing.
Yeah, but you know what, man? I think if you agree a signing in the previous window, to me that's as good as a signing.
Well, there's images of Max Aarons outside Ibrox. He's in there, man. He's signing on the dotted line. All but official, man. Looking forward to it. He's a good right back. Safe pair of boots, not hands, because he's not a goalkeeper. But you know what? I'd like to see him replace Tav. He'll have to earn it, but at the end of the day, this guy, right, is coming in for the Premier League. Loads of experience, like I've pointed out before. He's not coming in to play second fiddle to James Tavernier. He has to fucking start and play games. he couldn't get games at Bournemouth and he couldn't get games at Valencia, right? And I'm going to assume their first choice right backs are better than Tav.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he'd come to Rangers if he's going to be second fiddle.
No, there's been guarantees made to him. Absolutely, he will be playing. I think Tav is going to actually transition it to the centre back position.
I think if he's going to play second fiddle, he'd be better off staying at Bournemouth or trying to get another loan move to La Liga.
Yep.
Or I think he could be looking for, if he wants to stay in, if he enjoyed his time in Spain, maybe look for a team that's, not high up the table as Valencia. I just think if he's coming to Scotland, then the likelihood is he's come to play football.
Absolutely. Problem is, though, it's a loan. Tav, his contract runs out at the end of this season as well, 2026. So, what's going to happen there? Rangers going to be looking for a whole host of new right-backs next season. Quite frankly, if we win trophies and we win a league with this guy, yeah, it'll be sad saying goodbye to him, but then he'd done his job, hasn't he?
Well, if he has success with Rangers and they win things, who's to say they won't be willing to pay the permanent money to get him?
That's it.
But the problem is, if he performs too good, then the fee that Bournemouth ask for could be too high.
Could be. I think the rumours were 7 million. Which I don't think it's too high, but for
if he has a good season and he's successful at Rangers, then it's probably not going to be 7 million anymore. So
might not be, but again, they'll have a year hoovered off his contract already, and then. But then the Premier League's got that bias, don't they? I mean, yeah, you could have a good season for Rangers, but I'm not expecting a good season for Rangers. Bournemouth are going to be like, oh, we don't want 7 anymore, we want 40. It'd be different if we did it at Valencia and La Liga, but they stick their nose up, so honestly, I can't see the guy's value going much above 10. But again, that probably prices Rangers out, doesn't it?
Well, they wouldn't pay, 8 for Seema?
Yeah, if you
doubt they'll pay that for Aarons.
You don't pay that for a fullback in Scotland, you don't. You only pay that for a striker. I mean, probably fullback and goalkeeping is probably the only 2 positions you don't pay that I'm trying to think of. Would you agree with that?
It feels like the middle of the field's more important, isn't it?
Yeah, the wide areas where you get goals, up front where you get goals. Centre backs are obviously crucial, more crucial. Full backs are just labelled as failed wingers at the end of the day. And is that what Max Aarons is? Who knows? But we'll have to wait and see. I think it's a good signing, good loan, and hopefully we can get more deals in the door very soon.
Yeah, so this done deal set to be official within the next couple of days, and Max Aarons is the first new signing of the Russell Martin era. Will it be a successful signing? Not too sure, but I think that Russell Martin's signings will need to be better than Clement's. They'll need to be better than Michael Beale's, or else he could find himself in a lot of trouble as Rangers manager. Anyway, guys, that's it. Catch you in the next one. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, peace.